What are you doing, Jay?
Just thinking about my game. Oh, you can...
Welcome to episode 2 of the Virtual Fortress. I am your host, once again, Jay Reed, and we are going to continue from where we left off last episode. But first, I have the honor of bringing back my special guest from my last episode, which is my brother, Michael Reed, aka Meraculous.
What's going on, man? Let's continue that bad boy.
Yeah, and we left off at, where did we leave off?
At what your favorite wrestling game was growing up as a child, like when we were really young.
Oh yeah,
it could be of all time, or it could be from Sega Genesis, or from when we were kids. Like the game that really brought us together as a kid, like as
wrestling
kids.
wise.
Wrestling.
I mean,
wise.
you kind of confused me because like I thought you knew.
Oh, I
my
knew.
favorite game. That I'm kind of torn.
Yeah.
So growing up, I like pissed on myself when I first saw WrestleFest.
Shit, that was the arcade.
In the arcade.
That was the arcade, yes.
But that's not my favorite game.
No.
Unfortunately, because that is a great game. But growing up, I connected with my brother and grandmother playing Royal Rumble for Sega Genesis. And that game was just so nostalgic. It was just, I can't even explain it. It was just so much in that game.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I remember my grandmother playing with us, and like, you know, I used to cheat and like, you know, beat up the referees and stuff like that.
She used to find that to be like the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, she did. But Royal Rumble, that was a great game. I feel, in my eyes, I feel it doesn't get the credit that it deserves. I feel like it's really underrated. I don't know. That's. Damn, I don't know. I don't want to say that it is my favorite game because, you know, years ahead.
The thing I was saying is, growing up, that was our favorite wrestling game. Growing up when we were younger,
Okay.
of all time. And if I said that last episode or even in the beginning of this episode, I apologize. That's not what I meant. I meant like it brought us together as kids, as far as wrestling wise, when we were kids. Like that game.
Well, then fuck it. Let's talk about, and it doesn't have to be the whole podcast, but let's talk about what are the best wrestling games, or we can just go.
I like that.
The best wrestling games of all time, and we can just go off of it. It could be bad, it could be good. It doesn't matter.
Let's go.
We started off with Royal Rumble. That was a great game.
Yeah.
And what you got for me?
Oh, as far as like wrestling game wise, oh man, let's see. I'm gonna go with.
I mean, you already went with WrestleMania, the arcade game.
Yeah.
In the last episode.
And we just brought up Royal Rumble.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with WrestleMania 2000. I'm gonna start.
Yep.
We're gonna lead into.
Yep.
Yup.
And when you say that, we're sitting at a table right now in the Virtual Fortress.
Yes.
Which is AKA also known as my game room, and WrestleMania 2000 is actually right behind me.
Mm-hmm.
And it is displayed. It's one of my favorite games, but you cannot go wrong with No Mercy.
Oh my God, yes, absolutely.
You forgot about No Mercy.
Oh no. No Mercy was WrestleMania 2000, but on another level. It was on another level. And No Mercy, to me, has to be arguably the best wrestling game ever. My opinion.
Ever?
Well, as far as like when we were kids, like
no. If it's like ever, you said ever. I'm just saying like.
So the thing is, it's like, well, for me, I would say yes.
That's fine.
Because that game, because like I said, when I played, whether it's like listening to a song or like playing a game, it's more than just that. It's the memories I have with it. you know, how excited I was for that game to come out, or
Okay, right.
you know, how I connected to that game or song or whatever it is. That's how I view it. You know, so to me, WrestleMania 2000 was up there. It was like the best thing ever. But when No Mercy came out, shit, I was like, yeah, Jay. It's like one of those games like, oh man, there's never going to be anything better than this. Well, they proved me wrong. They made No Mercy.
Oh, I thought you said something was better than No Mercy.
Oh, no. I love No Mercy. Is it? Go ahead.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Because when I first got Nintendo 64,
Mm-hmm.
it was for my birthday in 1996. I remember I had to stay late at school. I had to work on some math homework that I was way behind in. And it was my birthday. And my teacher kept me till like, I want to say 6 o'clock. And I know that sounds like torture and abuse, but like, it was literally that late. But the teacher cared for me that much. But I remember coming home and then my mother had bought. Did you know about this? What were you doing? Because like I remember,
I was home, and it was sitting there displayed.
Yeah,
in the room.
She showed you before.
Yeah,
because
she
came
left it there,
and I was just upset. It was a Friday, and I'm like, I can't believe this. And then like,
you said mom got it for you, right? Mom got
it.
Mom
got it. And it was like in where the laundry. It was around there. It was a Nintendo 64, the box. And we got WCW NWO Revenge.
That game.
For that game.
Was the fucking shit.
And we stayed up until fucking 6 in the goddamn morning playing that game.
Yo. Oh my god.
That was probably the first like overnight gaming session that we've ever had.
No, real talk.
Like, because we were wrestling fans, so it's like that was the first time it was like and I think we had to go to somewhere in the morning. I don't remember. It was like some church event or something like that.
Maybe, I'm not sure.
But I remember playing that game, and it was like you can hit people with stop signs, and like, you know, Goldberg was in the game, and like it was just so much going on at once.
That game, and it's like the actual, what do you call it? The graphics of the game were so dope. They were like something that we'd never seen before at the time. It was like, what is this? Like, and the finishers were the easiest finishers in like wrestling gaming history. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're absolutely correct, because all you had to do was like hard grapple, and then hit the joystick.
Just move the joystick.
Hit the joystick. Make sure you have a special, and they do the move.
Boom. There you go.
And then Mike and I would win the tag team titles, and then go back and do it again.
Mm-hmm.
And go back, do it with the Harlem Heat. Go back.
So dope.
Do it again.
So
do it NWO.
Dope.
That game was just so addicting. And like,
so dope.
It for some reason, and it's gonna happen though. For some reason, I do not have that game in my collection.
Yeah.
I do not have the game. It's the cheapest game you could probably find. You could find it for like $2 at the local gaming stores I've been to. I don't know. I just haven't picked it up. I love it.
Maybe
I'm looking for a complete. Maybe that's the problem.
Either it could be that. It could be the fact that like you have other like games on your mind that you want to like collect before that one, because it's like Revenge is not like something hard to find. It's easy. You can get it anywhere.
Right.
So normally if a game is so easy to get, you want to look for the ones that are difficult to get those out the way.
Yeah.
That's what I believe, but I don't know. Maybe I might be wrong. But that's what
No, you're absolutely right, because like I see games all the time and I'm like, it's always there. It's cheap. It's too easy kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's not a good strategy.
Because you like a challenge. You're like, I want to get this game. Like, you bid on games. You'll wait. If you know what I mean? So I'm like...
I do have the WCW versus NWO for Nintendo 64. I do have that. But I do not have WCW.
What is it? Is it World Tour?
Yeah, World Tour. Yep.
Yeah.
I have that.
Dude, I haven't played that game.
Oh, my goodness. I have it, and I have not gotten Revenge.
Let me ask you a question, Jay. Did we ever own, and I really can't remember, but I know you do, obviously. Did we ever own WCW versus the World?
Did we?
We did have that. Yo.
Yeah, I remember going to there was a store in Cambridge, Mass, in the 90s that my grandmother used to take my brother and I to, and it was called Service Merchandise.
Shit, my God.
Service Merchandise.
Twin City.
In Twin City Plaza.
Oh, and that's actually my fault, Jay. That's actually in Somerville.
Is that?
That's
oh,
Somerville.
Why did I say Cambridge? Oh,
yeah, it's right there.
It's right there. That's why I felt like I was. But like, it was basically like it was like a BJ's. And I remember they had the games in the glass, and I was looking through the games, and I begged my grandma, please, can I get this game? Can I get this game? And it was like, it was cheaper than most, because it was PS1, and most of the games were like, 40, 50. This game was like $19.99, and I was like convincing her, why I should get this game. Like, yo, this game is cheap. You're making a good investment.
Good investment.
You're gonna make your grandson happy. I'm telling you. And I was confused too, because I was like, I don't know why the game was so cheap. Well, I guess $20 was cheap back then, but like, and I remember playing the game and it just had like so many characters like from Japan.
So that's I think that's when I got hip to like Ultimo Dragon.
Yeah, that's why I got hip to Ultimo Dragon.
Yeah,
also,
because I remember you used to sweat Ultimo Dragon as a kid, and I'm like, who's this guy? Yo, he looks kind of like Rey Mysterio, but he's he's Japanese, correct? He's Japanese.
Ultimo Dragon.
Yeah,
I believe. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I'm like, who is this dude, yo?
By the way, the beer of the day, what I'm drinking right now, is a PBR. If you must know.
And for those who've been hearing this, even in episode 1, and now they're hearing this sound, that's my infamous rum and coke. Everybody that knows me knows I drink rum and coke, and I love it to death. Well, not to death, but that's my favorite drink.
Well, he's whack because he's not a beer drinker that much. So.
Nah, not like I used to be. I like my favorite beer of all time is Modelo. I love Modelo, but like I had to tone down with the beer. Like I don't know, but yeah, but yo. Here's another question. Wrestling game. Do you remember? What is it? World Heroes? Is it World Heroes? No, my bad. No, my fault. My fault. What's the name of that game? Oh,
I know.
Backtrack.
I know exactly.
Saturday Night Slam Masters. Not World Heroes. Sorry.
Saturday Night Slam. No, that's
dude.
Fine. Saturday Night Slam Masters.
That game
was a great game.
My guy was Scorp.
Yeah.
Do you remember Scorp?
It was Scorp.
That was my guy.
It was Scorp, and it was a guy named Stingray.
I believe so. Yeah.
Stingray, and he looked like Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
So that was kind of like a.
Scorp had the mask over his head like a luchador. Yeah. Was it Hagar? Was it Hagar? I think
it was Biff.
Biff, and Gunlock. Gunlock was in there.
That game was that. I think that's I don't want to say. Yeah, I guess it's a hidden gem because we definitely had that for the Super Nintendo.
You got me looking it up on my phone.
Look it up, yeah, because we definitely had that, and like I remember playing that, and I don't think it was hard to beat. I believe,
bro.
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
I don't know, but that game was so fun, dude.
It was fun. It was fun.
We had so much fun. Yep, Gunlock is in this.
Gunlock, Biff, like
the Great Oni, Mysterio's Budo, Titan the Great, El Stinger. Yeah, that's what you're talking about.
El Stinger.
El Stinger. Yep.
Oh, did I say Stingray?
Yeah, but that's close. That's close.
Because I thought
this dude Mike Macho Hagar. Yep.
Like okay, so Hagar was in that game.
Where's my guy Scorp?
That does that.
Sheep the Royal. Missing IQ Gomes, Kamala the Bouncer.
Kamala's in?
No, the Astro. Oh, the Scorpion. Yup.
Scorp. Yeah.
Scorp. Yup. Astro. Yup. But that was my guy.
But do you remember the game? Oh, you probably do. Remember Rival Turf?
Somewhat.
Rival Turf.
I
Super Nintendo. So I remember when we had there was a local Blockbuster in not our neighborhood. It was in Cambridge though, but and they were like closing down. No, they were
the Central Square one. Is that
in Porter.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yep.
And there was Rival Turf, and I begged Auntie Zena.
I remember it with the two dudes on the front.
It was like it's a generic cover. It's a terrible cover.
Yeah, it looks like a Nickelodeon type cover.
Yeah, it's a terrible cover. But the game is great. It's a beat 'em up. It's like Streets of Rage. It's dope. I definitely recommend it. But I do remember that. I don't think a lot of people do remember that game, but
that's a good game.
Hey, but I mean,
I have. Oh man, I just a game just popped in my head from when we were kids. Jam It?
Shit.
Jam It.
He said Jam It from Sega Genesis.
That game was so whack, but it's addicting. It was addicting as hell.
That's actually my next topic. Like, what were games that were so bad, but they were good?
They were good. Like, you just had to. Okay.
Or
go ahead.
They were just bad. They were just bad.
Yeah.
You know.
I remember, like, when we were kids. Remember when we borrowed that Barney hide and seek?
That game was fresh. Barney hide and seek.
That game was so bad, but it was so good. It's like, yo, like, the kids are hiding right there. I can see them. Like, okay, but
Barney hide and seek.
It was fun though. It was fun as fuck, but it's like it was trash, but it was fresh at the same time.
It was a good game. I remember I begged Robinson.
Oh, he had
it for Sega, and I begged him to use it, and he let me use that, and he let me use Ren and Stimpy.
I thought it was Nelson. It was Robinson, really?
It was Robson. And I remember that. Another game that was so bad, but was so good. No, well, it's bad, but like I loved it when I was a kid. I don't know, we loved it. Shaq Fu.
Shaq fucking Fu, bro.
Shaq Fu.
Let me tell you. Shaq Fu was so bad, but it was a hit because we were Shaq fans.
Yeah, you ain't lying about that. But yeah, we're moving on to the next topic. We're gonna talk about a place that was near and dear to our hearts when we were younger. We went there probably almost every other weekend.
Okay.
And the place, it was an arcade. And the place was called Goodtime Billiards.
Yes.
And we had a lot of memories there. Some of us did.
Oh,
and basically, Goodtime Billiards is an arcade, and it was a huge place. But it was kind of like very like you know, bikers and smokers, and you would leave out there smelling like cigarettes when you were like freaking 11 years old.
Yo, no lie, I swear I can't remember which teacher it was, but I remember showing back up to to school on Monday, and the teacher being like smelling my jacket, and the teacher knew our family, and would be like, "You went to Good Times, didn't you?" I swear that happened. I was like, "Yeah," and it was like, I could tell because my jacket smelled like cigarettes. None of my family smoked cigarettes, and that teacher knew that I was into video games with Jay. They knew that we were into video games, and they knew that we would go to Good Times all the time. So they would be like, "Oh, you went there, huh?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, it was you know, they had like free pay-per-view if you were trying to watch like the fight or wrestling or anything like that. They had basketball cages. They had
the baseball cages.
They had a baseball batting cage, a virtual one and a real one.
Yo, so
they had a soccer one too.
I remember that. The soccer, you kick the ball and it's like virtual, like kind of. Yeah, I remember that.
So what are your Mike? What are your first memories of like, or what games? When you think of Good Time Billiards, what memories come to your mind? Because I know a lot of them come to mind. But, what comes to your mind?
Well, the one that I really remember, and like I know you're gonna probably like kill me or look at me funny, like really that's it. But the game that I really remember being so excited that it was finally there, and like I would play it nonstop, and I don't know why I was so excited. Was Street Fighter the movie.
Oh!
That arcade. I forgot. That game.
I forgot about that game.
That game. Shit. When I saw that game at the arcade, I remember being at Good Times, and that was like the only game I played the day.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
With and I know for all you Street Fighter fans out there,
it's not a good game.
It's not a good game.
But
it's because it's obviously there's regular Street Fighter franchise video games. And then there's the arcade game, which was the movie. It was an arcade movie game. Obviously, like Jay was saying, the movie game was so bad. Now that I'm older, I'm looking at it, this is so bad. But growing up, Jay and I were huge Van Damme fans.
Mm.
Huge Van Damme fans. And I was a huge Van Damme fan, and I was a huge martial artist fan. Like, I love martial arts, like, to death. But at the same time, like, I remember standing there playing that game the whole time. And I remember, like, being so excited. Like, you ever get so excited, like, you just want to cry out of excitement or just jump for joy? I saw that, and I was like, what the hell? This game... Every time I think of Good Times, I think of that game.
What you mean cry? I mean, like, I used to get excited and, like, literally vomit. Because I was so excited.
Seriously. Like Jay used to... Okay.
it was kind of like... It was kind of like being on a roller coaster.
Mm.
And, like, you're going down, straight down, like, on a roller coaster. And, like, that the excitement was in my stomach. Like,
Let it go.
I was so excited. Like...
The anxiety, everything.
I'm like, I don't feel so good. It was like that.
Like, I remember our mother used to be like, so guys, we're going to go to Goodtime. We're going to go to Goodtime Billiards. And we're going to have fun, you know. And Jay's face would be happy, but then it'll turn to, like, blank stare. Like a trance. And I'm looking at him like, you all right? And he'll be like, I don't feel so good. Yeah, he was so excited.
I think the excitement just overflowed.
It went dark, like the clouds came out.
I don't know. It was like you get excited if it happened, but like no, it was too much. Too much excitement. It took over my other emotions. So it's like, oh no, yeah, my brain's like, yeah, you're sick now. You're sick now.
So like, he would throw up in the car in the parking lot. I remember he threw up for Good Time in the parking lot, and my mother was contemplating just going home. He was like, no. I'm fine. I just want to play.
It's like, I need to go.
I'll never forget that. Wow, that's too funny, man. But
I don't know. It was I don't know.
Yeah,
that was weird.
But when I think of Good Time Billiards, I like, as far as me playing a certain game, that game comes to mind all the time. I know they had other games. I'm sure they had like Simpsons and Ninja Turtles and all these other dope games. But when I think of Good Time Billiards, I think of that game. Because I was so excited and I was anticipated to play it so bad. Like, I don't know. I just wanted to play that so bad.
You know what I think of?
Yeah. What do you think of?
And I was so obsessed with this game. You're probably going to think it's like, oh, Ninja Turtles or whatever. I was so obsessed with this game for like a month. And I wanted to play it so bad. And I was like thinking about this game. It was NFL Blitz.
Dude, oh my God, I forgot about that game.
NFL Blitz, the arcade cabinet.
Oh my God.
And like, honestly, I'm not really a big football fan, to be honest.
Oh
like, yeah, when I was a kid, I liked football and stuff, but like, I'm not a big, like...
You're not a diehard fan.
Not a diehard fan.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, whatever, football's cool. But like, yo, NFL Blitz, that game was so good, and I fell in love with that game. Like, I fell in love with, like,
your favorite football game all time? Football game wise.
Oh yeah.
Hands down. Right?
Nah. Madden who? Nah. NFL Blitz. That's that I fell in love with that game. Like.
True or false? Our favorite player on that team in that game was Romanowski.
Yeah, he had the best.
I
used to pick the Jaguars all the time. I don't know why. Maybe Mark Brunell or something like that.
Probably.
But like I used to pick that team all the time. And yeah, I fell in love with the game, and I used to keep thinking about that game all the time.
Dude,
all
Blitz,
the time.
Man, you brought it back.
But Good Time Billiard memories, it was like, might get a little sad at this point because my brother Mike, he had his, what was it, your 10th? Ninth
birthday.
Yeah. He had his 9th birthday at Good Time Billiards. This is August of 95.
Yeah.
So he was turning 9.
Yeah.
And we went to Good Time Billiards, and just like any other normal day, we
had family, friends, everybody there.
Friends, but mind you, we
were nowhere to be found.
We were gone. We were gone. Everyone was gone. Parents, that particular day, gone. Grandma, gone. Mom, gone.
The
Dad,
parents, the adults, the aunts, uncles, everybody
for some
playing video games.
That day was lit for some reason.
Yo, for real.
So they went to play games. Everyone was gone, and then
correct me if I'm wrong. That place was David Buster's before David Buster's.
Oh yeah, hell yeah,
easily.
That was David Buster's before David Buster's. Good Time Billiards. Look it up if you can. If you can see they closed down because there was a lot of shootings and like stabbings and shit like that.
Yeah.
Probably maybe over 10 years ago, but it was the place to be. But anyways, August 95, my brother turns 9. From what I remember, you got some good gifts.
I didn't even know, honestly, man.
No, I saw what you got.
I didn't see what I got.
You got a baseball bat, and you got a fucking like you got a bat, like your custom bat. You got a like baseball glove. You got all shit. And basically, what happened was,
I had boxes wrapped up like gifts, actual gifts.
Why am I saying? Now you explain.
I'm gonna explain. So from what I remember, every time that I'd come back to our station where like our stuff is, the cake, the food, the gifts. The only time I'd come back is to find my grandmother to give me some more quarters, and Jay would be with me like, yeah, we need more quarters. She'd give us the quarters or whatever. Or give us a couple quarters, and we're on our way. We're gone.
Shit, was Grandma playing games too?
What? Yeah. Oh, she was gone. Bumper cars, everything, man. Yeah. So I just remember seeing all these boxes, like gifts, like wrapped up with the bows and everything. So I didn't necessarily know what I had. I didn't know what I had. I didn't know at all. So I'm just excited. Like, I got gifts waiting for me. Oh my God, this is awesome. But I don't know what it is. So whatever. Video game time. Jay, let's go. Jay, let's go. Video games. And our cousins would come. My cousin Gil, everybody would come. And we're playing or whatever. And I remember at the end of the party or whatever, like later on in the day, I come back and like my grandmother, I think, is crying or just upset. My mom is upset. Everybody's upset. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, what happened? Come to find out, somebody stole all my gifts. Like,
damn.
I don't know if you guys have ever experienced anything like that. You know what I mean? Like, I know there are people out there that don't celebrate birthdays, or they don't believe in birthday gifts, or they just never had a birthday gift. I understand that completely. Like, you know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? But the thing is, for me, the way I was raised with Christmas and birthdays and gifts, oh, excuse me, like, it's one thing like, you know, when you never had a gift ever in your life. Me, I was blessed and fortunate to have gifts, which is, you know, cool. You know what I mean? I'm grateful, but it's like, all I remember telling Jordan, even recently, was thank God I did not know what I was getting. Because had I known, like, say
I know what you were getting.
You know, yeah. Say if I opened it up and there was like a PlayStation or like a Super NES or whatever that was the hottest commodity at the time, I think I would have been crying my ass off, like pissed. I just remember not even crying and not even getting as mad. I wasn't, to be honest, I was not as mad. I wasn't.
That's crazy, because like, how does that happen?
That's exactly, and especially like to a 9-year-old boy. You know what I mean? Like,
how do they steal all your gifts and just like,
I think
nobody saw it?
Exactly. You know what I mean? And I know there's a lot of things going on in the world. Like, people out there who are probably listening will be like, they're just gifts, materials, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. I get that. And you're right. But a 9-year-old boy is not going to understand that. You know what I mean? Unless you really break it down to him and teach him. Not saying that my family never did, but at the same time, it didn't hurt me that I lost all those gifts. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I think what it was is because I didn't know what I was getting. I do remember one gift I got, and I had it. Remember the Talk Boy I had from Home Alone?
Oh, shit.
I got a Talk Boy. For those who ever seen Home Alone 2, when Macaulay Culkin, Kevin McAllister has a little recording thing that he's talking, I had one of those. That's what I remember I got. And they didn't take that.
They didn't take
that?
that?
They did not take that. I remember that.
Shit.
I was good with that. You know what I mean? But every other thing that I was supposed to get, I wasn't upset about because I didn't know what I was getting. Like I said, I feel like had I known, I would have been hurt. I would have been like, oh no, my Sega, my Nintendo. Because you're a kid, so you're excited. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it didn't bother me as much. My grandmother, I think, and my mother thought I was going to be sad and crying. I wasn't even mad. I wasn't mad. I remember that. I remember not being mad about that. I do.
And you were a trooper, because I would have went ape shit. Because
I think I wasn't mad also because I'm in Goodtime. That's my fucking... At the time, that was our favorite place to be. I was like, I'm at Goodtime playing all these video games. But no, you're right. Any other kid would be going ape shit. Any other kid. But I think I was just different. Like, I was like, it's okay. Like, I don't... Because like I said, it was wrapped up. I didn't know what I got. You know what I mean? I didn't know what I got. So, like I said, had I known, had I opened my gifts and seen a Sega or whatever, oh man, I would have been crying. Like, oh, they took my Sega. But the fact is that I didn't know what I got. It kind of saved everything. It kind of saved my tears. You know what I mean? So, but it was whatever, man.
Yeah, but that's not what we really think of when we think of good times. Yeah, that shit sucks. But we think of good memories.
Oh, we think of great memories.
That was a great place.
Yeah,
it has so. That's the first time I've ever seen Marvel vs. Capcom MVC 2.
Wow.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2. That's the first time I've ever
really?
seen that game.
When did that game come out?
2000.
Good Time was around 2000, was it? It was?
Even before that. Good Times were before that. But
no, was Good Time open in 2000? They didn't close at that time?
Yes, because I remember us living in Malden.
Oh, okay.
And I still went to Good Times.
Okay.
When we first went to Malden.
Okay.
But, yeah, MVC 2, that's the first time I've ever seen that game. And I was like, whoa. That's the first time I've ever seen any type of Street Fighter, Marvel crossover in my life. That's and crazy. I was just like, holy shit, what the fuck is this game? Like, wait. It wasn't even Street Fighter vs. X-Men. It was just Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Yeah.
Not even 1. Like, yeah, it was Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And I'm like, wait, what is this shit?
Yo, for real.
Like, yo, in that game, that is my favorite game for Dreamcast.
Yeah.
All time.
Absolutely. That's a dope game.
And I say specifically for Dreamcast because I think the Dreamcast runs the best part of that game.
Yeah.
In my opinion. I mean, they have it for PS2 and original Xbox, but
yeah.
I think Dreamcast is like the best.
Yeah.
Is that best port of that game.
Oh yeah.
It's such a good game. So many characters, so much. I don't know. That game it just brings out so many hours of fun and just
memories. Man.
Just memories, yeah, exactly, and just which I don't know. I'm so speechless. My God, like I feel
such
like
a good game. You're like thinking about it.
Yeah,
right
I'm
now.
like on a first date or something like that. I feel like I'm on a first date. I'm so speechless. I don't even know what the hell to say. It's like if Marvel vs. Capcom was sitting in front of me, I wouldn't know what to say to her. But yeah, I think we're gonna end it here for now.
Sounds good.
Yeah, appreciate everybody listening.
That was fun. That was really fun. Thanks for having me again.
Bro, you on all the time.
Yeah.
And definitely we're going to have more guests.
Absolutely.
But you know what? Until then, keep on gaming.